Strange Black Beats.
our steps in your word. Order our steps, we trust your word. Yeah. We came with open hands, dust on our worn out plans. Take what has been in us, make it straight, make it true. We follow where you lead, and even when we can't see your voice above the noise, your mercy guiding me. Yeah, and Yahshua, hear our simple cry, put your word in our feet, put your peace in our minds. Order our steps in your word. Order our steps, we trust your word. Yeah, and Yahshua, lead us on. Order our steps, we belong. When the road feels feels long and our strength runs thin. Teach our hearts to wait till your will comes in. Keep our way aligned, let your truth remain. We don't want our own, we want your name, Yeshua. Hear our simple cry, put your word in our feet, put your peace in our minds. Order our steps in your word. Order our steps. We trust your word. Yeah. Lead us on. Order our steps. We belong. When we drift, call us back. When we fall, hold us fast. Every door, every breath, let it point to your path. In your word, order our steps. We trust your word, yeah. Lead us on. Order our steps. Yeah, we belong. Order our steps. In your word, order our steps. We trust your word.
Big salute, family. This your brother K. Judah, giving all praise to the Most High Yah, who is worthy of praise, honor, and glory. In faith in our big brother and King, Yahshua HaMashiach. And to the mighty nation of Israel worldwide, I say peace and blessings. Big salute to my beloved CUC family. Shout out to my brother Sharshan. Big salute to Elder Barrel Walk, my sister Sagala, and my brother Benoit Yah, the Nazarene Hebrew Institute of Faith. And big salute to Elder Bro Tim Stevens and all my beloved brothers and sisters in the chat. As you see the title, family, Israel was told don't mix with them. And here is why. Israel was told don't mix with them. And here is why. It's sad that truth have become hate speech. And because I'm passionate about the way I speak, people have transferred that I am speaking hate speech. Because I love us, that's hate speech. Because I don't want you to forfeit your children's inheritance, that's hate speech. But I can care less what people think about KJ. Because when I stand for Yah, when I stand before Yah, when I stand before the Son of Yah, I pray if I be so blessed to hear the words, job well done, my servant. So if I want to hear those words, I can't worry about feelings and emotions, even though I am empathetic and compassionate to my people's feelings and emotions, but not when it comes to the word, because you want me to speak what you want me to say. But KJ gonna speak what the words say, not what I feel, not what I think, but only what I can read. I promise y'all, when I get done with this lesson through the Holy Spirit that Yah and Yahshua have allowed me to put together through their spirit, it is rightly put together, rightly fitted like bricks. There is no wiggle room. When I get done today, it would be without a shadow of a doubt why y'all brother K. Judah is saying we should stay with our own people and we should not mix our seed with no nation, not even Ham. Because our bloods are different. Our genetic makeup is different. Our phenotype is different. See, back in the ancient times, there was no Caucasian people. So today, you got to move with the times in which you living in. So what do you see today that can wipe out your seed? You see people today that don't look like they look in ancient times. So why would you forfeit your baby's inheritance with a people that can white out your children's seed and white you out as a people. But we know the Most High ain't gonna let that happen. But if it could happen, our people would just mix themselves right on out the way. But not all of us think like that. So I love me enough to lay down with a woman that looked like me. Because I love me and don't have a problem with my sisters, it was easy for me to choose a woman that looked like me, to procreate with that woman and bring forth babies that won't be confused. To bring forth children that can worship Yah in spirit and in truth. Not that the biracial children can't. They can still love Yah, praise Yah, worship Yah. But you have forfeited these babies' inheritance because they can't receive it. And I'm going to show you today what the definitions say, not what I say. So remove your feelings and emotions out the way and let Yah and Yahshua handle their business. Because you ain't mad at KJ. You mad at the decisions you made. I didn't make them for you. Let's get it. Get your Bible. Get you some pen and paper and write these scriptures down, family, and study to show yourself approved. Man, let's get it. Y'all brother K. Judah gonna pick this up in Genesis chapter 48, verse 1 through 6. And I'm dealing with the seed. I'm dealing with the seed. Genesis 48, 1 through 6. And I'm gonna ask some very important questions. Genesis chapter 48 and verse 1 through 6. We gotta love us enough to procreate with us. Every other nation do it, family. We have to love us enough to procreate with us. This is Genesis 48 and verse 1 through 6. A matter of fact, I can't do this yet. I'm glad this hit me in my spirit. Hold on. I can't do this yet. Hold on, family. Let me put up the fair use. I was supposed to be showing y'all a video, so I want y'all to see this first. Hold on. Then I'm going to get to the lesson so you can see where I'm going with it. I have to show the video now, so when I do the lesson and start reading the scripture, you will see where I'm going with it. So I got the fair use up. Let me show the video. This is where I'm going with this lesson. This is why we should not mix with no nation. But the people that we're around every day in America is mostly Caucasian people. And we most certainly should not be mixing with them. And here is why.
A biracial black person, stop reproducing with white people.
And again, as a biracial person, my goddamn self, y'all need to fucking stop it. She made a point that y'all literally choose the worst white people to reproduce with. And she's not fucking lying. Like, y'all choose to reproduce with the type of white people that have the most racist fucking family. Y'all choose to reproduce with the type of white people that won't even teach their kids that they're black. Y'all like to reproduce with the type of white people that like to hang around us, chill and kick it and be invited to the barbecues and shit. But whenever they get with their people, they on that racist shit for real. You motherfuckers will reproduce with the type of white people that will downplay slavery and racism. Oh my gosh, that's the biggest one. Y'all reproduce with bitches that say racism doesn't exist. Oh! Please, do them a favor, do us a favor, do us biracials a motherfucking favor and stop it. Please, please stop that shit.
I'm so glad you found me in time, and I'm so glad that you rectified my mind. This will be an everlasting love for me. Oh,
not black? Why are you not black?
Look at that.
Because
He's so cute.
I'm matching the colors like all of us.
You're matching the color like what? What?
I'm matching like mom.
Look at her mom.
You're matching like your mom.
She is.
But your dad's this color.
I'm black now.
But you're still black. It's okay being black. You like being black?
I don't like being black.
Why don't you like being black?
Because I like being white.
You like being white.
Like white.
That's okay. But you're still black. Being black is okay.
Yeah.
You're white, you're black,
Yeah. It's like a superhero hybrid.
You hear? She says, stupid nigger. There you go, yup. That's Julie for y'all. I'm posting this shit. This Julie.
I don't care.
That's Julie. This the real Julie.
Tell everybody.
This ain't the fake shit. Y'all probably right at UTMC. She is racist. You heard her. You hear? She says, stupid nigger.
Now, how many more other of these young biracial children going through this? They are not recording the mother of their father. The dad tried to force this little bitty cutie pie. He gonna tell that baby, you black. She said, I'm not black. I'm like mommy. I want to be white. I don't want to be black. So what you think that's gonna do to her psyche by the time she become a grown woman? You don't see the confusion of what y'all doing to these babies? Now, you want your baby to be black, you should have just got a black woman. So that way you don't got to explain to her the difference between the color of her skin being biracial and you trying to force her to be black when really she's biracial, but she just a little cutie pie. That baby have an underdeveloped brain. She don't know, but you forcing it on the baby. You gonna force black on the baby. Instead of just getting a black woman, you want her to be black so bad. Make it make sense, sir. You saw the other family. The mom and dad hugged each other. And then the sons came, and next thing came out of the woodworks. Nothing but Caucasian women with them biracial babies. There's nothing wrong with the biracial children. Don't y'all feel bad. I see y'all tears. You ain't do nothing wrong. You can't help the way you was born. But I understand your tears, though. Oh, look at the young man on the video. Mama call him all type of niggers. I mean, a hard ER. And that's that boy mama, y'all. That boy say his mama is a nurse and then got people fired from their jobs because she's a racist. But her son supposed to be black, right? But she's a natural born racist. You can't sex away hatred and racism, fam. I don't care how much you have sex with white women, white men. You can't sex your way out of hatred and racism. Now we can get to the lesson. This is just a few videos. I wonder how many more videos out there of these babies crying out to the world about how racist their mother is, how racist their father is, how racist the white side of their mother or father family is, calling black people the hard ER, saying you're stupid and dumb. Black people are ignorant. These kids got to hear this. They got to hear this. But if you love yourself, you would have just got you a black woman since you want your children to be black. How you going to force something on the baby? Let's go ahead and handle business. Now let's go to Genesis 48, verse 1 through 6. Now you see where I'm going with this lesson. It's all about inheritance and your seed line. Now, if you want to forfeit your children's inheritance, do your thing, man. You a grown individual. I'm worried about your babies. Grown people are just, they stiff-necked. That's why I don't waste my time too much with grown people. They stiff-necked. They're going to do what they want, and you got a right to do what you want. But I care about your babies. And even before you have kids, I'd rather be honest with you and say, brother, it's best you get you a sister. Sister, it's best you get you a brother. I don't care how you feel. You better put your feelings aside so your babies can receive their inheritance. Hey, brother, you better put your feelings aside so your children can receive their inheritance. But everybody, they want to come to me dealing with feelings and emotions. I don't deal with feelings and emotions. This is not personal for me. I have no dog in this fight. I'm only doing what y'all asked me to do, and that's be truthful with his word. Now let's go to Genesis 48, 1-6. And I want to show y'all something. Watch this. Genesis 48, verse 1-6. And it reads, and it came to pass after these things that one told Joseph, behold, thy father is sick. And he took with him 2 sons, Manasseh and Ephraim. And one told Jacob and said, behold, thy son Joseph cometh unto thee. And Israel strengthened himself and sat upon his bed. And Jacob said unto Joseph, Elohim Almighty appeared unto me at Luz in the land of Canaan, and blessed me, and said unto me, behold, I will make thee fruitful and multiply thee. Remember what I'm just reading in verse 4. I will make thee fruitful and multiply thee. And I will make of thee a multitude of people. And I will give thee this land to thy seed after thee for an everlasting possession. And now thy 2 sons, Ephraim and Manasseh, which were born unto thee in the land of Egypt, before I came unto thee in Egypt, are mine, as Reuben and Simeon. They should be mine. Why did Jacob adopt his grandsons? Why did he do it? Somebody tell me in the chat. Why did Jacob adopt his 2 grandsons from Joseph? Why? I'm going to keep reading. I'm going to watch y'all put it in the chat. Verse 6, and thy issue, which thou begettest after them. He telling Joseph, now the children you beget after Ephraim and Manasseh, what you want them to know, Jacob, shall be thine, and shall be called after the name of their brethren and their inheritance. He just told Joseph, if you have any more children after Ephraim and Manasseh, those children are going to be called after their brethren, which is Ephraim and Manasseh. Knowledge. But we know Joseph only had Ephraim and Manasseh. But why did Jacob adopt them? There you go. My sister Angela got it. My auntie, Yahweh Yashabi, she got it. So they can be a part of their inheritance and receive their inheritance through their father Joseph. Now, my question is, God loved Joseph so much that he allowed Jacob to adopt his 2 sons so they can receive an inheritance in Israel. My question is this, brother, if you lay down with a Caucasian woman, sister, if you lay down with a Caucasian man, could your children receive an inheritance in Israel? The answer is no. I'd rather be honest with you and let you be mad at me. Your children would not receive an inheritance in Israel. And Jacob had to adopt them, and Joseph's wife was still a black woman. And he still had to adopt these 2 sons to be a part of the nation of Israel to receive an inheritance because their father wasn't going to live forever. So Jacob said, these are mine now, like Reuben and Simeon. They should be part of me. They should be part of the tribes of Israel because Joseph eventually going to die. But your children could not do this because you are white, not your babies. This is God showing mercy because of Joseph was a righteous man, beloved of the Most High. So he allowed Jacob to do this. Your children couldn't do this. So that's why it's best you stay with your own so you can pass the inheritance down to your babies. Verse 6 again, and thy issue, which thou begettest after them, shall be thine, and shall be called after the name of their brethren in their inheritance. Now here go an important question. Y'all remember in verse 4, he said, Jacob, the Most High told Jacob he was going to be fruitful and a multitude of people, right? Let's go to Exodus chapter 1, verse 1-10. Exodus chapter 1, just go over a few books. Verse 1-10. Remember what he said. He said, the Lord told me he's going to make me fruitful and a multitude of people. We know this is a nation of Israel. Now, watch what I'm about to read, and you're about to see where I'm going with this. I'm about to prove to y'all the seed is so important. The inheritance is so important. Our culture is so important that the Most High made sure when it really did count through the lineage all the way to Yahshua, everybody a Hebrew or Israelite. Fact check me. Go look at the lineage of Yahshua people and see if you find a heathen in there. You won't find no heathen in Yahshua lineage. The Most High protected the lineage all the way down to the Messiah because it was very important. So the inheritance can be passed down. Boy, y'all better understand what I'm saying today. This thing is deep. It ain't about your lust and your feelings. It's about inheritance. This is Exodus chapter 1, verse 1 through 10. And it reads, now these are the names of the children of Israel, which came into Egypt. Every man in his household came with Jacob, Reuben, Simeon, Levi, and Judah, Issachar, Zebulun, and Benjamin, Dan, and Naphtali, Gad, and Asher, and all the souls that came out of the lawns of Jacob was 70 souls. It's really 75 when you read the Dead Sea Scrolls. The Dead Sea Scrolls and the book of Acts, they go together. It says 75, so it really is 75 souls. The lawns of Jacob was 70 souls, for Joseph was in Egypt already, and Joseph died, and all his brethren, and all their generation. And the children of Israel were fruitful and increased abundantly and multiplied. Hold up. I'm confused. I got to come back to this. I'm going to read all of this, but I remember something he told Abraham. What was you waiting on, Father? What was you waiting on, Yahshua? Let me keep reading, because it's something you did. And I'm about to point it out to my brethren and my sisters. Verse 6. And Joseph died, and all his brethren, and all their generation. And the children of Israel were fruitful and increased abundantly, and multiplied, and waxed exceedingly mighty, and the land was filled with them. Now there arose up a new king over Egypt, which knew not Joseph. And he said unto his people, behold, the people of the children of Israel are more and mightier than we. Come on, let us deal wisely with them, lest they multiply. And it come to pass that when there falleth out any war, they join also unto our enemies and fight against us, and so get them out of the land of Egypt. Now we know that the Israelites and the Egyptians, they did some mixing, right? They did mix with one another. But something happened that Pharaoh just said, I want you to pay attention to. Pharaoh said, the children of Israel, they are becoming more mightier than we. What did Israel do that Pharaoh got scared of? Because remember, they was mixing with the Egyptians. But something happened that they didn't have to mix with the Egyptians no more. And the Most High kept his word that he told Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, that I will make you fruitful. I will multiply you. And I'm about to point it out to y'all right now. Verse 10. Come on, let us deal wisely with them, lest they multiply. And it come to pass that when they fall out any war, they join also unto our enemies and fight against us, and so get them up out of the land. Now jump down. Watch this. Jump down to verse 15 to 22. 15 to 22. And it reads, and the king of Egypt spake to the Hebrew midwives, of which the name of the one was Shapharah, and the name of the other was Pur. And he said, when you do the office of a midwife to the Hebrew women, and see them up on the stool, if it be a son, then you should kill him. Hold on, time out. Y'all, a lot of you Israelite camps, you said that the Egyptian men were sleeping with the Hebrew women, right? And the Hebrew men were sleeping with the Egyptian women. Now we know that they did do some mixing. So if they was mixing the way y'all say, and it go by the seed of the father, that would make the children Egyptians if the Egyptian man was sleeping with the Hebrew woman. Why is Pharaoh killing these babies then? Pharaoh say when you see the Hebrew babies, he didn't say the Egyptian babies. If it go by the seed of the father, according to y'all. Because I believe it do go by the seed of the father. But your children and the seed of the father could not be reckoned in the genealogy of Israel. So when it said the seed of the father, it's talking about based on our inheritance and our culture, knowledge. Not based on you being with a white man, an Asian man, a Caucasian man, Asian woman, Caucasian woman. That don't apply to you. The seed of the father apply to our tribes and not the inheritance moving from tribe to tribe and all over the place. Not based on your father being African and your mama being a Hebrew. You are African, according to your Israelite brothers. So why is Pharaoh killing these Hebrew babies? If we did all that mixing. That boy said when you see the Hebrew babies, that means that a Hebrew man was sleeping with a Hebrew woman. And how did they multiply? Let's get to it, KJ. Verse 16. And he said, when you do the office of a midwife to the Hebrew women, verse 16, and seat them upon a stool, if it be a son, then ye should kill him. But if it be a daughter, then she should live. But the midwives feared Elohim, hallelujah, and did not as the king of Egypt commanded them, but saved the men children alive. And the king of Egypt called for the midwives and said unto them, why have you done this thing? And have saved the men children alive. And the midwife said unto Pharaoh, because the Hebrew women are not as the Egyptian women, for they are lively and are delivered ere the midwives come in. They popping babies out. They popping babies out. Verse 20. Therefore Elohim dealt well with the midwives, and the people multiplied and waxed very mighty. How did they multiply, KJ? Verse 21. And it came to pass, because the midwives feared Elohim, that he made them houses. And Pharaoh charged all his people, saying, every son that is born he should cast into the river, and every daughter he should save alive. What did you wait on, Father? What did you wait on? It's something you did. And I thank you for this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding that you always give me these nuggets. It's something he did. And I'm about to point it out right now. Let's go to the book of Genesis 15. And I'm going to ask y'all, what do y'all think the Lord waited for? For Israel to multiply so mighty and great. What did he wait for? What was he waiting for Israel to do? Let's go to Genesis 15. Y'all answer that while I'm going to get the scripture. What was Yah and Yahshua waiting for Israel to do before he went and got them out of Egypt? Let's go to Genesis 15. Let me see if somebody get it in the chat. Exodus 15. Oh my God. Genesis 15. Verse 1. Then I'm going to skip down to verse 13 through 16. This is Genesis 15, verse 1. And then I'm going to skip down to verse 13 through 16. What was Yah waiting for Israel to do before he went and got them out of the land of Egypt? He waited for something. And I'm about to read it. Genesis 15, verse 1. After these things, the word of the Lord came unto Abram in a vision, saying, fear not, Abram, I am thy shield and thy exceedingly great reward. Jump down. Thank you. Thank you, Yah son. He got it. Yah son got it. And I'm about to read it right now. Verse 13 to 16. And he said unto Abram, know of a surety that thy seed should be a stranger in the land that is not theirs, and shall serve them, and they shall afflict them 400 years. And also that nation whom they shall serve will I judge, and afterward they shall come out with great substance. And thou shalt go to thy fathers in peace, and thou shalt be buried in a good old age. But in the fourth generation, read that again, King Judah. But in the fourth generation, how many generations did Yah say you can purify your seed and clean up your seed? Does not this man say to the third and fourth generation? So why did he wait to the fourth generation to go get the children of Israel? Because my brother Yah's son just told y'all, he allowed Israel to purify the seed. That's why they became mighty and multiplied to the fourth generation. Knowledge. Even though they was doing all that mixing with the Egyptians, when they got strong enough to breed back in with self, Pharaoh got scared and started killing Hebrew baby boys. So for all this mixing we was doing, How did Israel multiply and become so mighty? Because Israel, the Most High was allowing Israel to pop them babies out left and right, baby. That's why he told Pharaoh, the midwives told Pharaoh, man, before we go in, they popping babies out. They are not like the Egyptian women. They are lively, popping babies out left and right. Because he waited to the 4th generation. Then he went and got them. Because by that time, the children of Ephraim and Manasseh had bred back in with Israel. Knowledge. That's why he waited to the 3rd and 4th generation. But he said the 4th generation. Because he allowed them to multiply and purify their seed. Now, we did come out of mixed multitude. But believe this. By the time they came out, Israel was sleeping with Israel, even though we do have cases of the Israelite mama with her Egyptian son. And you know that they call her son the Egyptian? Because he is what his father is, right? Now, could that Egyptian son get an inheritance in Israel? Absolutely not. But his mama can. But by that being her son, he can live with his mama. But he can't get no inheritance in our land passed down to him because he ain't no Israelite. They called the boy an Egyptian. And there was no white people at this time. So taint not blood don't go by skin complexion. It go by seed line and who you come from. So if you come from Ham and I come from Israel and I lay down with one of your women, I'm still tainting my bloodline because I don't come from Ham and you don't come from Israel. So you need to stay with Ham and I need to stick with Israel. So my kids can receive what I'm going to leave them as an inheritance to their children. This is all knowledge now. So I thank my brother Yah's son for pointing that out, that he allowed them to purify themselves all the way to the 4th generation. That's why he told Abraham, I will go get them in the 4th generation. I'm going to let them multiply. Because that's what he told Jacob, Abraham, that you should become a mighty nation, a multitude of people. You should be fruitful and increase. And Pharaoh got scared when he saw this. So if they was all mixed in, why Pharaoh scared? I mean, everybody was mixing. So Israel couldn't have multiplied that mighty and big if they was just mixing the whole time when they was in Egypt. That wasn't the case, family. The Most High knew what he was doing. He even said to the 3rd and 4th generation, those children can come in. So he waited. He waited. Now watch this. Let's go to Deuteronomy chapter 23, 1-8. And let me show you what the Lord said. Deuteronomy 23, verse 1-8. This is Deuteronomy chapter 23 and verse 1-8. Deuteronomy chapter 23 and verse 1-8. And it reads, a man should not take his father's wife, nor discover his father's nakedness. Oh, hold on. I'm sorry, y'all. Verse 1. Man, I'm in Deuteronomy 22, verse 29. Man, baby powder. Somebody hit me in the head with some baby powder. Deuteronomy 23, verse 1. He that is wounded in his stones, or have his private members cut off, should not enter into the congregation of the Lord. A bastard should not enter into the congregation of the Lord. Even to his 10th generation, should he not enter into the congregation of the Lord. Boy, that's scary right there. This man say to your 10th generation? Jesus. So what is a bastard? Let me open up my window real quick. Many people got different, interpretations of what a bastard is. I'll give you the definition that I found. I want y'all to see this. Hebrew word for mamzer, Strong's number H4464, means a illegitimate or alienated offspring. What is alienated? Mean you don't fit in. What do biracial people crying about right now? They racist parents, they trying to find a place. Most of them trying to fit in. They don't know if they're on the black side, the white side, they're in the middle. You confusing your babies, man. That's what it means to alienate. They don't fit in. But if they go on that black side, they're going to get a whole bunch of love and compassion. I'm not saying all white people treat their biracial children bad, but for the most part, when I watch these videos, they complaining mostly about the white side. They're not complaining about the black side. So this is mamzer. Hebrew mamzer. Strong's H4464 means an illegitimate or alienated offspring, often defined as a bastard, child of incest. Hold on, KJ, you better not say that. Child of incest or a mixed foreign union. Oh, a mamzer is a child that is also of a mixed foreign union. What a lot of y'all doing today. Your child is a mamzer according to God. An alienated offspring that don't fit in. But y'all not a hate for Elohim to where they couldn't serve him. But you forfeited the inheritance because he just said right here. Often defined as a bastard, a child of incest, or a mixed foreign union. What else it want me to know? Lexicon definition, standard lexicon and Strong's gives. From a unused root meaning to alienate. A mongrel. Born of an Israelite father and a heathen mother. What y'all doing today? Bastard, child of incest, illegitimate child, mixed population. Don't argue with me. I didn't make up this definition when it say a mixed population. Don't we got a lot of mixed populations today? Because you refuse to stay within your own? Because you refuse to have children by your women? Because you refuse to have children? And sisters, please listen to me. You most certainly don't mix your seed with no other man. Because if it go by the seed of the father, these Israelite men, they lying too. Talking about the child still an Israelite no matter what woman they lay down with. That's not in the scriptures. That's not in the scriptures. But the reason why I'm telling my sisters most certainly don't do it, you know why? Because if you have children with a white man, it don't matter how many generations your children try to breed back in, them children white, according to the doctrine of you are what your father is. It don't matter how much melanin your child have, it is what the father is. So that is a Caucasian baby. And if he have children, Caucasian babies. If he get a black woman, it still won't work because it go by the seed of the father. That's why we do everything by the seed of the father. So if you want to mess up your seed, my sister, by getting with these other races of men, how your children gonna breed themselves back in? Unless your daughter get with a black man, because she might be like that's, let's say for instance, the mother is a black woman, the father is a white man. How are your children gonna breed themselves back in? How? That means if you have a daughter, right? According to the doctrine of the camps, I'm just going by what they say. It don't matter. Your child white. That's what they say. But the Most High always leave a way to escape for the women and the men. See, I had the song like how they talk, but let me give you the real facts. If a black woman have a son or a daughter, and that's by a white man, they can give their children, family. You want me to tell you how I know that? All they got to do is get with a black man. And that black woman got to get a black man. And that black man got to get a black woman. You can save your babies. All you got to do is let them breed back into the third and fourth generation. Why you think when they was raping our ancestors, raping them, what you think our ancestor women was doing? They was making sure those biracial children got somebody that looked like their father. So they can breed back in, because most of them didn't like white blood in a system. They hated that white blood in a system because it was based on raping the woman. So I know the Most High gonna have mercy on those people because they couldn't control what was being done to them. You can control what you doing. They couldn't control what they doing. Now, let me say this again. K. Judah, do not believe what the camps say, that you cannot breed yourself back in, meaning save your babies, if you are a black woman. All your children have to do, because most of the time, children going to come out with a little melanin. And that girl, she need to get with a black man. They're going to have some children, right? Guess what they children need to do? They need to get somebody look like their mama and they daddy. They going to have some children. They need to do the same thing the mother children just did. Get somebody look like their mama and daddy. Guess what they just did? They just breed themselves back in. So don't let nobody tell you if the black woman do it, then she destroyed. I sounded like the camps because that's what they say. So don't nobody say, okay, Judah, you, no. I sound sarcastic sometimes because this is how men lie and manipulate situations. I'm telling y'all that we all can breed ourselves back in to the third and fourth generation. Even if you're a black woman, all your children have to do is do what the black father gonna do. Teach your babies to breed back in with self. Because if your daughter or your son get somebody look like your white wife or your white husband, there go a generation wiped out. They're gonna do it again. Oh, there go another second generation wiped out. And here come your third generation. Boy, they won't even believe that mama and daddy black. They're gonna look straight Caucasian. And you just forfeited those children inheritance. So the best thing for you to do is teach your children to do better than what you did. Because most of y'all who are in interracial relationship, you will say that, this was based on love. But if thing is truly based on love, you're going to love the one that looked like you that you came over here with. That's real love. You love somebody else? Yeah, you can love anybody. But can somebody truly love you and understand you and really be down with you? Man, that can only happen by a black man and black woman union. Nobody else can understand you, but y'all can understand each other. That's why it is imperative that you procreate with a black man and a black woman to bring your children up in the way of Yah so they can receive a full inheritance. If you refuse to do so, that's on you. You want to white out your seed, that's on you. That's not on KJ. I'm just speaking truth today. So based on the camp's doctrine, you are what your father is no matter what. They exclude the black woman and say, if you do it, your children are doomed. I don't believe that. I believe that if the black woman has some children, she need to teach those babies to get with somebody that look like her so they can save their children. This is a doctrine that's been going around Israel for a long time. That the black man, you can procreate with any kind of woman and your children still Israelites. But then when I ask you, what tribe your children come from? Oh, they come from my tribe. Could your children be reckoned in our genealogy? Soon as you say, yeah, boy, you is lying. No, they can't, boy. Your babies can't be reckoned in no genealogy in Israel, boy. Because you the father. I just read to you, you got a mixed foreign union. Your baby is a Mongolo, a mamzer. That's what the definition say. Let me get out of here, man. Let's go. Back to Deuteronomy 23. Let's go back. Now here you go, family. Deuteronomy 23, verse 1 through 8 now. Because I showed you what the word mamzer mean, bastard, Mongolo. These are all of mixed populations. The other definition was incest. And the other one was a mixed union with a foreign person or a heathen person. You are a mamzer, man. Deuteronomy 23, 1 through 8. He that is wounded in the stones or have his private members cut off should not enter into the congregation of the Lord. A bastard should not enter into the congregation of the Lord. Even to his 10th generation shall he not enter into the congregation of the Lord. An Ammonite or a Moabite should not enter into the congregation of the Lord. Even to their 10th generation should they not enter into the congregation of the Lord forever. Why Moabite and Ammonite can't enter in? because they did not meet you with bread and water. And I want y'all to notice something. These are Hebrews. The Ammonites and Moabites come from Lot, and they can't even get in. And they Hebrews. So what you think you sitting up here lying to our people that it go by whatever the father is, whatever woman he lay down with, your child still Israelite? Lies. Lies. Your child is a mamzer, brother, of mixed union. Let's go to verse 4. Because they met you not with bread and water in the way when you came forth out of Egypt, and because they hired against thee Balaam, the son of Beor, a Pethor, a Mesopotamia, to curse thee. Nevertheless, the Lord thy Elohim would not hearken unto Balaam, but the Lord thy Elohim turned the curse into a blessing unto thee, because the Lord thy Elohim loveth thee. Thou should not seek their peace, nor their prosperity all the days forever. Thou should not seek their peace, nor their prosperity all thy days forever. Thou should not abhor Edomite, for he is thy brother. Thou should not abhor an Egyptian, because thou was a stranger in his land. The children that are begotten of them shall enter into the congregation of the Lord in the third generation. Oh, giving them a way to come back in. Giving them a way to come back in the third generation. Say it ain't so, KJ. Yes, it is. So if it go by whoever your father is, and it automatically make them Israelite, why they gotta wait to the third generation? And those children can come in. Why they can't just come in as soon as you have the babies? Why they can't come in as soon as you have the babies and they grow? Why they gotta wait to the third generation? I'm showing y'all, family, the lies that they tell. It's the third generation, family, or the fourth, that the Lord is waiting for the children to purify themselves, to clean up the blood. Then those babies can come back in. And that's what I'm telling you now. You got to teach your children to do better of the decision that you made, to forfeit it, their inheritance, because your decision making. Now the children that's coming after those babies, teach them to marry somebody that look like they mama and daddy. Or you're going to white yourself out. You're going to white out your line. And if that's what you want to do, you do it. That's your life. That's your life. Let's go, family, to Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 1 through 5. Now, I want to show y'all that there was a specific nation that the Lord said, man, most certainly do not marry these people. Don't give your sons or your daughters to them, because they're going to turn your heart away from me. And what do we see when you get in these unions with these non-Israelite men and women? Your heart get turned away, just like in the biblical times. Your heart get turned away. Why? But see, people just want y'all to think it's only about the gods. No, you also forfeit the inheritance of your children. Why are you worshiping their gods? It's both, not just one. Just what people want y'all to think. That if you sleep with them, it's cool as long as you don't worship the gods. Now, family, it's both. You worshiping their gods, they turning their heart they turning your heart away from your Yah and your King, and you forfeited your children inheritance. So you just doing your babies real dirty. Real dirty. Let's go, family, to Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 1 through 5. Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 1 through 5. And it reads, when the Lord thy Elohim shall bring thee into the land whither thou goest to possess, and have cast out many nations before thee, the Hittites, and the Girgashites, and the Amorites, and the Canaanites, and the Perizzites, and the Hivites, and the Jebusites, 7 nations greater and mightier than thou. And when the Lord thy Elohim shall deliver them before thee, thou shalt smite them, and utterly destroy them. Thou shalt not make no covenant with them, nor show mercy unto them, Neither shalt thou make marriages with them. Thy daughter thou shalt not give unto thy son, and his daughter thou shalt not take unto thy son. For they will turn away thy son from following me, that they may serve other gods. So will the anger of the Lord be kindled against you, and destroy thee suddenly. But thus should ye deal with them. Ye should destroy their altars, and break down their images, and cut down their groves, and burn their graven images with fire. So you see, it is about the gods. But he don't want you to make marriages with them also. You know how I know that? Because Abraham told his servant, man, you better promise me that Isaac do not mess with them Canaanites. What did Isaac tell Jacob? You better not marry them Canaanites. So it's about the marriage and also the gods. Let's go to Ezra chapter 9, verse 1 through 4. The book of Ezra, chapter 9, because we're about to hear the same thing that I just read in Deuteronomy chapter 7. The book of Ezra, chapter 9, and verse 1 through 4. They are going to turn away your heart from following your Elohim and your King Yeshua. Look at Tiger Woods. Look at Tiger Woods. His mama got him worshiping Buddha. When that boy daddy was alive, that boy had a little common sense. Soon as his daddy passed on, this boy just went, he crazy now. Because his mama got him worshiping Buddha. A statue where they go out there and put grapes and fruits and oranges and apples on a statue, thinking the statue gonna eat the food. And then they go and change the food every other day. The food's still the same. Nobody ate the food. Don't you know how gone you gotta be in the mind to go put food in the hand of a statue? And you do it every day, but all you do is changing out the food. You see how they turn away that boy's heart from following or even knowing God? Because Tiger Woods is confused. He Malaysian. He just made up a name. Because he don't know who he is. He just made up something. I'm Malaysian. And Esau did that because he knew his mama didn't want him to marry them women. So he angered his parents by being disobedient and went and married of the Canaanites. Because his mama told him, man, hey, Jacob, don't you go over there to my brother. Because all them Hebrews over there, Rachel, Leah, Bilhah, Zilpah, all Hebrew women, go get somebody from among your own stock. You see how important it was that they made sure they kept procreate when it really counted with their own stock. And that's how we got to be. We got to love us enough to want to procreate with us. Ezra chapter 9, verse 1 through 4. And I'll tell y'all when I'm going to skip down. Now, when these things was done, the princes came to me saying, the people of Israel and the priests. So this the people of Israel. Then he say, and the priests and the Levites have not separated themselves from the people of the land, doing according to their abominations. Now we know they still worshiping the gods, right? Watch this though. According to the abominations, even of the Canaanites, the Hittites, the Perizzites, the Jebusites. Whoa. And the Ammonites and the Moabites, the Egyptians and the Amorites. When I read in Deuteronomy 7, verse 1 through 5, it only dealt with the children of Canaan. But now they also doing according to the abomination of the Moabites, the Ammonites, and the Egyptians. What else, KJ? Verse 2. For they have taken up their daughters for themselves. Talking about all these people with the Moabites, the Canaan, and the Moabites and Ammonites are Hebrews. And they still did not want them to marry them. Verse 2. For they have taken up their daughters for themselves and for their sons, so that the holy seed, the set apart seed, so that the holy seed have mingled themselves with the people of those lands. Yea, the hand of the princes and rulers have been chief in its trespass. And when I heard this thing, I rent my garment and my mantle, and plucked off the hair of my head and off my beard, and sat down astounded. Then was assembled unto me everyone that trembled at the word of our Elohim of Israel, because of the transgression of those that have been carried away. And I sat astounded unto the evening sacrifice, no, the morning. The evening sacrifice, no, the morning, KJ, unto the evening sacrifice, but that's another topic. Jump down. Jump down to verse 10 through 12. 10 through 12. And it reads, and now, O our Elohim, what should we say after this? For we are forsaken the land unto which you go to possess it is an unclean land, with the filthiness of the people of the lands, with their abominations, which have filled it from one end to another, with their uncleanness. Now therefore give not your daughters unto their sons, neither take their daughters unto your sons, nor seek their peace or their wealth forever, that you may be strong and eat the good of the land, and leave for an inheritance to your children forever. How you going to inherit it to your children when you're making marriages with them? He said that you may be strong. And everybody was black back in ancient times. Nobody was white. So I want to be honest when I speak and say this. If nobody was white back in ancient times, and they still did not want them to do this, and today we see people that have weaker genetics than you do. So your strong genetics are procreate with weak genetics. What you think your baby gonna come out? Let's keep it real. Is your baby gonna come out with the full package that it should be, man or woman? Or is it gonna come down with some deficiencies? Like now the hair is not woolly no more. Now your children are prone to getting lice in their hair. Now your children are prone to getting sunburned. Why are you seeing your babies do that? Them babies supposed to have an afro. They're supposed to be able to walk in that sun and get vitamin D. Now you're taking your baby to the doctor, and now you're talking about my baby got lice in her head. Your baby wouldn't have had that if you would have got with a black woman and a black man and procreated and kept your children packaged strong so you can pass down that inheritance. But you didn't do that. You didn't do that. So he just said that we may be strong and give an inheritance to our children forever. How we going to do that with the route we going? I remember back in the day, the NBA used to be big old strong black men. Not today. Now the NBA is watered down. It's weak today. Ain't nobody strong no more. Boys don't even jump high in the sky no more. Because the Most High bless you with the full package. Now you watering down that package based on your lust. But you told me it's love. But if you love yourself so much, why you won't procreate with the one you should love? But the one you shouldn't love, that's who you're procreating with. Messing babies up. So he just said that we may leave an inheritance to our children. Let's go to Ezra chapter 10. Just go over one book, 1 through 3. Go over one book to Ezra chapter 10. I told y'all we setting the record straight based on the seed. Your seed is very important to Yah. Your seed may not be important to you, but the seed is very important to Yah, because Yah say the holy seed, which is the set apart seed. Holy seed is a set apart seed, and you have mingled yourself with the people of the land. You don't supposed to do that. Just like you mingling yourself with the people of America. You don't supposed to do that. Let's go to Ezra chapter 10. Verse 1 through 3. Then I'm going to tell y'all when I'm going to skip down. Ezra 10, 1 through 3. Now when Ezra had prayed, and when he had confessed weeping, and casting himself down before the house of Elohim, they assembled unto him out of all Israel a very great congregation of men and women and children, for the people wept very sore. And Shechaniah, the son of Jeiel, one of the sons of Elam, answered and said unto Ezra, we have trespassed against our Elohim, meaning sinned. We have sinned against our Elohim, and have taken strange wives of the people of the land. Yet now, therefore, there is hope in Israel concerning this thing. Now, therefore, let us make a covenant with our Elohim to put away all the wives and such as are born unto them. I thought it go by the seed of the father. Why are they putting away these children? I thought these are still Israelites. The man laid down with the women of the land, right? According to y'all doctrine, he supposed to just put the women away and he could keep the children because according to y'all, the children are Israelites. But he just said, let's make a covenant that we put away the women and such as born unto them. I thought it go by the seed of the father. So when you set apart and you a holy seed, what you think that means? That means don't mingle the seed because you're going to water down the seed. Jump down to verse 11 through 12. 11 through 12. 11 through 12. And it reads, now therefore make confession unto our Elohim your father, and do his pleasure, and separate yourself from the people of the land, and from the strange wives. Then all the congregation answered and said with a loud voice, as thou hast said, so must we do. Jump down to verse 44. Verse 44. Now I want y'all to notice this. Why did not the Most High stop this? Why the children and them women away? Why he did not stop this? I need to know. Why he let them put away the women and the children? It's not only about the gods, family. Yes, they always did the abomination of those lands, worshiping other gods. But it's also about your inheritance and your seed line. Because you want to pass your inheritance down to your Israelite babies, not your foreign babies. It's no different than the NBA and the NFL. We see all our brothers, they marrying Caucasian women and passing all that inheritance down to the Caucasian woman. And she taking your money and they building up the Caucasian community. She putting the center in the Caucasian community. They building the church in the Caucasian community. They building the grocery store in the Caucasian community. They taking all your wealth and you leave nothing to your black side, but get everything to the white side. And now you didn't write it out your children. The mama don't like them no more. She call them niggers. They didn't took the money. They doing everything with your money. That's the same thing with the inheritance in the Bible. You think the Most High gonna give our inheritance to your foreigner? You think a foreigner is going to reap the rewards and the blessings of what we should receive? It ain't gonna happen. So when I tell you, you forfeited your children's inheritance by your mixing, you do. Because the last time I checked when I read the Bible, everything that was passed down from children and children, that was from an Israelite father to an Israelite son, from an Israelite father to an Israelite daughter, from an Israelite mother to an Israelite son, and from an Israelite mother to an Israelite daughter. I never seen it passed down to a foreigner. Because we can't get no inheritance in their land. And they most certainly can't get one in our land. Knowledge. Jump down to verse 44. Verse 44. Boy, them numbers jump down quick, boy. When this topic come up, I don't care. I know you don't like what you hear, but I got to speak the truth. Jump down to verse 44. Ezra, chapter 10 and verse 44. All these have taken strange wives, and some of them had wives by whom they had children, and they put them all away, the women and the children. Why y'all did not stop this, man? I need to know. Let's go to Nehemiah 13. Let me show y'all. This is scripture that you have to pay close attention to. What happened to the mixed multitude? What happened to the mixed multitude, y'all? Did they stay with us? Let's find out. This is Nehemiah 13. You got to remember, Israel, you a set apart people. So y'all gonna remove everything out of your presence when you start defiling yourself and committing abomination with gods and people and having babies and doing all that. No. You can't do that in y'all land. Can't do what you want to do. Nehemiah 13, 1 through 3. Then I'm going to tell y'all when I'm going to skip down. Nehemiah 13, 1 through 3. And it reads, on that day, they read in the book of Moses, in the audience of the people, and therein was found written that the Ammonites and the Moabites should not come into the congregation of Elohim forever, because they met not the children of Israel with bread and water, but hired Balaam against them, that he should curse them. Howbeit our Elohim turned the curse into a blessing. Now it came to pass, when they had heard the law, that they separated from Israel all the mixed multitude. Read that again, KJ, for the people in the back. Oh my God. Verse 3. Now it came to pass, when they had heard the law, that they separated from Israel all the mixed multitude. Then they come out of mixed multitude out of Egypt. But now they separating themselves from all the mixed multitude. Why, KJ? Because we are set apart people. We are holy people. And we can't be mingled with things that is against Yah. So they said, let's separate from all the mixed multitude. And they act, and guess what? Y'all did not stop this. Why y'all did not stop this? Because Yah want you to be set apart. You are not like other nations. You better stop letting people lie to you talking about we all the same. You are like nobody. Let me say this again. Israel, you are like nobody on this earth. And you need to understand that. Let them call you arrogant. Let them say you beating on your chest. You are like nobody on this earth. And Yah made you to be that way. He made you so. Everybody else got the right to have confidence in their lineage, their race, their line, their people, but not you. You need to stay humble because we all the same. You think the Arab man think he the same as you? You think the Chinese man think he the same as you? You think these Caucasian people think they the same as you? You think these Hamites think they the same as you? If they the same as you, why you receive so much disrespect from these heathens? Because you are like nobody on this earth. And then when you realize that, then you're going to start loving you. Then you can start loving your children. Then you can start loving your women. Then you can have children based on your woman. And you can start having children by your man, my sister, based on your man. Because I'm going to keep on sinning until I can't say it no more. If you're going to tell KJ this about love, love should not have propaganda attached to it. Love don't supposed to have propaganda attached to it. Love don't supposed to be forced on you. Love supposed to be when two people meet. It's supposed to be natural. But your love and your relationships is based on a lie, based on commercials, based on movies, based on the interpretation of a white man. Not based on your own thoughts and process of you finding this woman and you just loving this woman based on the things that y'all have in common, based on the things y'all like. No, this propaganda, partner. This is forced on you. This ain't no love. They trying to wipe your butt out, but you can't see it though. Because that lust take over. You know, white women, they make goofy sounds when y'all intimate. Oh God, yes God, stupid sound. That's what you like. Jump down to verse 23 to 27. 23 to 27. 23 to 27. And it reads, in those days also I saw Jews that have married the wives of Ashdod, of Ammon, and of Moab. These not the Ammonites, the Canaanites, the Girgashites. I thought it was just about the Ammonites, the Canaanites, the Girgashites. The Ammonites and Moabites are Hebrews. And he say, I saw y'all marrying them. And what did he do? Let's see. Verse 23. In those days also I saw Jews that had married the wives of Ashdod and of Ammon and of Moab. And if anybody knows the women of Ashdod, this is where the Philistines was dwelling at that time. Verse 24. And their children spake half in the speech of Ashdod, and could not speak in the Jews' language, but according to the language of each people. And I contended with them, and cursed them, and smote certain of them, and plucked off their hair, and made them swear by God, saying, ye should not give your daughter. He made them swear by God that you would not give your daughters unto their sons, nor take their daughters unto your sons for yourselves. Did not Solomon, king of Israel, sin by these things? Yet among many nations was there no king like him, who was beloved of his Elohim, and Elohim made him king over all Israel. Nevertheless, even him did outlandish women cause to sin. Should we then hearken unto you to do all this great evil, to transgress, meaning sin against our Elohim, in marrying strange women? I'm just going by what the book says. It says a sin right here. In marrying strange women, he say this is transgression against our Elohim in marrying strange wives. Now we know it's about the gods, but Nehemiah say this is transgression against our Elohim. Transgression is sin against our Elohim in marrying strange wives. Hold on, KJ. But we did do mixing in the Bible, K. Judah. You got to point that out. I did point that out. Our ancestors, they mix with other people. But my question would be this. Show me based on these unions of this mixing that the children of these unions receive an inheritance in Israel. And I'll wait. Let's go, y'all. Let's go to the book of Jubilees. Now I got to open up the window. And I only got a few more scriptures after this, y'all. We almost done already. I got a few more scriptures after this. Now let's go to the book of Jubilees 30. Now they took this out the book, and I see why. Because based on when you read scriptures, Gentile, according to the book of Genesis, chapter 10, it says Gentiles are the children of Japhet. That's one way to look at it, right? But then when you look at it in the definition, it says Gentile, it can also be a non-Israelite. So what I'm about to read in Jubilees 30, he's not going to say the Canaanite, the Girgashite, the Hittites. He's going to actually say Gentiles. So whether you look at that as Japheth's children or just a non-Israelite, we don't supposed to marry nobody outside of our people. Period. Can you prove it, KJ? I think I can, family. I think I can. Let's go. Let me open up my window and go to Jubilees 30. And let's go ahead and let the Bible handle business. No private interpretation is needed when you read Yah's word. I have no agenda. I have no dog in this fight but to tell the truth. Whatever decisions you make is based on your decisions. You got to live with them. You may tell me that love have no color, but it have consequences. Like Elder Num Yah say, love have no color, right? But it do have consequences. So you got to live with whatever decisions you make because their consequences come with it. And your children that you have are involved in your consequences and the decisions you make because they cannot receive an inheritance that they should get based on your decision making. So this is Jubilees. Let me bring it in close. Chapter 30, and I'm going to go down to verse 17. I'm sorry. I'm going to start from verse 7 to 16. So let me go back up to verse 7, and we're going to read this together. This is Jubilees chapter 30, verse 7. And if there is any man who wished in Israel to give his daughter or his sister to any man who is of the seed of the Gentiles, he should surely die. Hold on. Whoa. What you mean they should die? And they should stone him with stone. He going to be stoned for this? And they should stone him with stones. For he had wrought shame in Israel. And they should burn the woman with fire. Oh my God. Because she have dishonored the name of the house of her father. And she should be rooted out of Israel. And let not an adulteress and no unclean be found in Israel throughout all the days of the generation of the earth. For Israel is holy, set apart unto the Lord, and every man who hath defiled it shall surely die. They should stone him with stones. For thus it had been ordained and written in the heavenly tablets regarding all the seed of Israel. He who defile it shall surely die, and he shall be stoned with stones. And to this law there is no limit of days, and no remission, nor any atonement. But the man who has defiled his daughter should be rooted out in the midst of all Israel, because he hath given of his seed to Molech, and what impiously so as to defile it. Talking about the gods, right? But watch this. Verse 11. And do thou, Moses, command the children of Israel, and exalt them, not to give their daughters to the Gentiles, and not to take for their sons any of the daughters of the Gentiles. For this is abominable before the Lord. This is abominable before the Lord. This is abominable before the Lord. What else you want us to know, Lord? For this reason, verse 12, for this reason, I have written for thee in the words of the law all the deeds of the Shechemites, which they wrought against Dinah, and how the sons of Jacob spake, saying, we would not give our daughters to a man who is uncircumcised, for that were a reproach unto us. And it is a reproach to Israel, to those who live, and to those that take the daughters of the Gentiles. For this is unclean and abominable to Israel. And Israel would not be free from this uncleanness if it have a wife of the daughters of the Gentiles, or have given any of his daughters to a man who is of any of the Gentiles. I don't know how clear this can get. This is clear. This is clear. But I'm going to keep going to verse 17. Now look, if we give our children to anybody outside of Israel, if we give our daughters or our sons, it don't matter if it's Ham, it don't matter if it's Arabs, it don't matter if it's Chinese and Asians, it don't matter who it is, it don't matter if it's Mexicans and Hispanics and Native Americans. We don't supposed to marry nobody but ourselves, so we can keep seed alive, so we can pass down an inheritance to our children, because your children supposed to look like you. Your children supposed to be a reflection of you. When your children not a reflection of you, that's a problem. Verse 15. So let the Lord tell you what's going to happen for our disobedience, because we didn't say nothing to tell you the truth, that you should not be mixing your seed when I keep my mouth closed. Check this out. Verse 15. For there will be plague upon plague, and curse upon curse, and every judgment and plague and curse will come upon him if he do this thing, or hide his eyes. Oh, KJ, if you hide your eyes from those who commit uncleanness, or those who have defiled the sanctuary of the Lord, or those who have profaned his holy name, then would the whole nation together be judged for all the uncleanness and profanation of this man. And there would be no respect of person, and no consideration of person, and no receiving at his hand of fruit of offering and burnt offering, or fat, nor the fragrance of sweet savior, so as to accept it. And so fare every man or woman in Israel who have defiled the sanctuary. For this reason I have commanded thee, saying, testify this testimony to Israel. See how the Shechemites fared and their sons, how they were delivered into the hands of 2 sons of Jacob, and they slew them under the torture, and it was reckoned unto them for righteousness, and it is written down to them for righteousness. There you go. So the most people that we deal with in America is Caucasian people. That's the most people that we deal with. Now, our other brothers and sisters who scattered in other places, like in Africa, they deal most with Ham. We deal mostly with Caucasian. Why are y'all sleeping with Caucasian women and men? Now, if you already done this and you have a family, don't leave your family. Don't leave your children without a father. But teach your children to do better than you, brother. Teach your children to do better than you, sister. Because if you don't, they're going to get whited out. And then where's your reflection going to be through a Caucasian race of people? They're going to forget about you. If they can be racist to their biracial children, you think you will matter 5, 6 generations down the line? I don't think so. Yeah, this our nigga grandmother. Hey, you got a black grandmother? Wow. That's crazy. You got a nigga for a mother. You know, white people got the mind that they unpredictable. You don't never know what they might say or what they might do. But around the right person, they gonna know what they can say and what they can't do. Because when they're around me, they don't use no N-words. They don't try to crack no boy jokes. They be very respectful. Because they can already feel the energy. I don't want to crack no jokes with you or play with you like that. So we keep it work related. Let's go to the next scripture. Watch this. We ain't done. I only got a few more scriptures after this. Okay, here we go. Watch this now. Now let's go to the book of Tobit. Let's go to the book of Tobit. We got to read Tobit. Here we go. Now, Tobit ain't going to mention nothing about no gods. Tobit just don't want you to do it. I'm about to read it right now. Let's get it. Okay, this is Tobit, chapter 4, verse 12. This is Tobit, chapter 4. Let me make the screen bigger. There we go. All right, here we go, fam. I'm going to read this. Hold on. Let me go back to verse 12. This is Tobit chapter 4, verse 12. And Tobit wants us to know something. He said, beware of all whoredoms, my son, and chiefly take a wife of the seed of thy fathers, and not a strange woman to wife, which is not of thy father's tribe. Woo! For we are the children of the prophets, set apart seed, Noah, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Remember, my son, that our fathers from the beginning, even that they all married wives of their own kindred, and were blessed in their children. Oh, this is how you get blessed in your children. You need to marry somebody from your own background so you can be blessed in your children. And their seed should inherit the land. Oh, this is how your seed inherit the land. You must be an Israelite with an Israelite father and an Israelite mother. Then you can inherit the land. Then Yah is going to bless you. This is what Tobit said. Let's go, family, to Ecclesiasticus, chapter 26, verse 19 and 20. And this is the scripture I was telling y'all about. When I read this, it's going to be without a shadow of a doubt what I've been saying this whole time about your seed. This scripture been hidden in the books, and I haven't heard nobody read this scripture, but I'm going to read it to my beloved family. We're about to read it right now. It's Ecclesiasticus chapter 26. And boy, when I read this, it's about to set the record straight. What we've been saying this whole time about our race and about our people. Here we go. Let's get it. I'm going down to verse 19 and 20. Here you go, family. Check this out. This is Ecclesiasticus chapter 26, verse 19 and 20. My son, keep the flower of thy age sound, and give not thy strength to strangers. Oh. When thou hast gotten a fruitful possession through all the field, sow it with thy own seed, trusting in the goodness of thy stock. Man, are you talking about a field, or are you talking about something else? I got to find out. Because you just said trusting in you talking about planting seeds in the field? No, he not talking about planting seeds in the field, y'all. I'm about to read it to you right now. Verse 20 again. When thou hast gotten a fruitful possession through all the field, sow it with thy own seed, trusting in the goodness of thy stock. What stock? Verse 21. So that thy race, which thou leavest should be magnified. Oh, having the confidence of their good descent. What is your good descent? Your ancestors, your heritage, your lineage. He just said, sow your seed in your own field. You need to be sowing seed, brother, in your own woman. Then he just said, trusting in the goodness of your stock. You want your child to be of a good stock. Then he said in verse 21, so thy race, which thy leavest, should be magnified. Oh, this is how a race be magnified. Having the confidence of their good descent. What is good descent? Your ancestors, your lineage, your heritage. Let's get out of here. KJ, you can't prove that. You just be talking, dog. Oh, really? Okay, let me open up my window real quick. Oh, matter of fact, let me open up my window and get the definition for descent. I told you, I don't got to argue with you. I just read. And I'm about to read what descent means. Since y'all want to keep mixing and whiten out your seed, here you go right here. Let me go down. Descent. Watch this. Oh my God. No, it don't say that, KJ. You better stop, brother. KJ, you better stop it, Negro. Descent. Passing from an ancestor to an heir. Transmission by succession of inheritance. As the descent of an estate or a title. From the father to the son or the daughter. Descent is lineal. When it proceeds directly from the father to the son. And from the son to the grandson. Collateral. When it proceeds from a man to his brother, nephew, or other collateral. Representative. Oh, that's what it means by your good descent. So we can pass down these inheritance to our sons and daughters. There you go, family. Let's go ahead and read these last 3 scriptures. Let's go to Numbers chapter 1, and let me cherry pick Numbers 18. These Negroes be lying. Let's go and cherry pick. Let's go to Numbers chapter 1, and I only got 2 more scriptures after this. Let's go to Numbers chapter 1 and verse 18, and I'm going to cherry pick the scripture, y'all. And then I'm going to go to verse 1 and read it how it really supposed to be read. Remember what I told y'all. These men, they cherry pick the scriptures. So according to Numbers chapter 1, verse 18, they said no matter what woman you lay down with, according to the pedigree of the father, the child still an Israelite. But when you go to verse 1, this had nothing to do about women you lay down with. Prove it, KJ. Let's go to Numbers chapter 1, verse 18. And then I'm going to cherry pick first. Then I'm going to go to verse 1. So we can see what this really was talking about. See, when you don't want to lie on Yah and you speak the truth going to come out. The scriptures are already powerful, whether I read them or not. But Yah just got me reading it. But his word already powerful. I just happen to be reading it. This is Numbers chapter 1. And I only got 2 more scriptures after this. Numbers chapter 1. Wow, I love the way them pages turn, boy. This is Numbers chapter 1. And verse 18. Numbers chapter 1 and verse 18. And it reads, and they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the 2nd month. And they declared their pedigree after their families by the house of their fathers, according to the number of the names, from 20 years old and upward by their polls. This is the scripture used to push that you are what your father is, no matter who you lay down with, right? Now go to verse 1. Let me show y'all they was numbering themselves according to the house of their fathers, because they was preparing the men who was able to go forth to war. Had nothing to do with what woman you lay down with. Numbers chapter 1, verse 1. And the Lord spake to Moses in the wilderness of Sinai, in the tabernacle of the congregation, on the first day of the 2nd month, in the 2nd year after they were come out of the land of Egypt, saying, take ye the sum of all the congregation of the children of Israel, after their families, by the house of their fathers, with the number of their names, every male by their polls, from 20 years old and upward, all they that are able to go forth to war in Israel. That's what that was talking about, family. Don't got nothing to do with no sex. Don't got nothing to do with whatever woman you lay down with the child still an Israelite. It had everything to do. They was numbering the men according to the house of their fathers from 20 years old and upward, all who was able-bodied to go forth to war. There y'all go. Now let's go to Numbers chapter 36 so I can show you that we can't even mix tribes, but we can mix with other people. Okay. Numbers chapter 36. And let's read about the daughters of Zelophehad and what Yah told them. This is Numbers chapter 36, verse 1 through 9. Numbers 36 and verse 1 through 9. Numbers 36, 1 through 9, and it reads, and the chief fathers of the families of the children of Gilead, the son of Micaiah, of the sons of Manasseh, of the families of the sons of Joseph, came near and spake before Moses and before the princes, the chief fathers of the children of Israel. And they said, the Lord commanded my Lord to give the land for an inheritance by lot to the children of Israel. And my Lord was commanded by the Lord to give the inheritance of Zelophehad our brother unto his daughters. And if they be married to any of the sons of the other tribes of the children of Israel, then should their inheritance be taken from the inheritance of our father, and should be put to the inheritance of the tribe of whatsoever they are received. So shall it be taken from the lot of our inheritance. And when the Jubilee of the children of Israel should be, then should their inheritance be put unto the inheritance of the tribe whereunto they are received. So should their inheritance be taken away from the inheritance of the tribe of our fathers. And Moses commanded the children of Israel according to the words of the Lord, saying, the tribe of the sons of Joseph have said well, this is the thing which the Lord do command concerning the daughters of Zelophehad, saying, let them marry to whom they think best. Only to the family of the tribe of their father should they marry. So shall not the inheritance of the children of Israel be moved from tribe to tribe. So you mean to tell me we can't move from tribe to tribe, but you can move from a white woman to an Asian woman to a Latino woman to a Mexican woman to an Hispanic woman, Native American woman, Arab woman? You have lost your mind, brother, sister. You have lost your mind. If they can't even mix tribes and they can lose their inheritance, how your biracial children going to receive an inheritance? And your mama or daddy not even an Israelite. And according to the definition, you are a mamzer. That don't make you a bad person or anything. It just makes you a mamzer, what the Bible says. You of mixed population, mixed race. Verse 8, and every daughter that possesses an inheritance in any tribe of the children of Israel shall be wife unto one of the family of the tribe of her father, that the children of Israel may enjoy every man his inheritance of his father. Neither should the inheritance remove from one tribe to another, but every one of the tribe of the children of Israel shall keep himself to his own inheritance. So you mean to tell me that Yah said we should keep ourselves to our own tribe and inheritance, but he wants you to mix with all these other people? But he didn't want them mixing tribes, but he wants you mixing people. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Let's go to Leviticus chapter 19, because I got to prove this point. Because somebody tried to say, which is a lie, that mixing dogs and clothes is not the same as mixing people. That's a certified lie. It's the same process. If I mix orange seed with apple seed, I'm messing up. If I mix cattle with a different diverse kind of cattle, I'm messing up. Same thing with people, y'all. You can't mix people just like you can't mix clothes. You can't mix clothes just like you can't mix animals. It's the same thing, family. Y'all don't like mixing. Point blank, period. Let's go to Leviticus chapter 19, verse 19, and I got one more scripture after this. Y'all letting y'all children be with Caucasian people And then when we tell you the truth, you think it's based on hate. When we sit up here telling you to preserve your family, preserve your grandbabies that's coming, preserve your sons and daughters that coming. But because you so docile and America didn't taught you to be that way, you don't even realize or understand inheritance is very important. Everybody else got their inheritance. They're in their land populating with their people. But not you, though. You want to populate with everybody. And then get mad when stuff don't go right. Stick with your own. Because if you love you enough, you will stick with your own. I don't care how much black men and women fight. They give you a license and a reason to go outside because you mad. You better think about the bigger picture and put your feelings aside and stop messing up these babies. Because it ain't them babies' fault. They just crying out. Because daddy couldn't keep it in his pants. Mama couldn't keep her legs closed. So they crying out. Let's go to Leviticus 19:19. And I got one more scripture after this. Leviticus 19:19. Ye should keep my statutes. Thou should not let the cattle gender with diverse kind. Ain't that the same? If you can't let a cattle gender be with a diverse kind, it's the same thing as a black man getting with a white woman. She not your kind. She a diverse kind with weaker genetics. The white man, weaker genetics. So why would you do that to your babies? Give them watered down weak genetics. I know it hurt, but I ain't trying to be, I got to speak the truth. But I know people, they get mad at this type of stuff. They get mad at this type of stuff. But you can't get mad at KJ. I'm just doing what I was told to do by Yah. And that's tell the truth. And don't you lie on my word, KJ. You tell them what they don't want to hear. You speak my words that I put in your mouth. And that's what I'm going to do. Verse 19 again. You should keep my statutes. Thou should not let cattle gender with a diverse kind. Thou should not sow thy field with mingled seeds. Oh, time out. Did not he say in Ezra chapter 9, the holy seed have mingled themselves? But he just told me don't mingle seeds. It's the same thing. Mingle seeds, mingle people. However you want it. Do not sow your field with mingled seeds. Neither shall a garment mingle of linen and woolen come upon thee. Man, you can't even mingle clothes. It's like mingling people. Let's go to the last scripture. Deuteronomy 22:9-11. Let me get this out of the mouth of 2 or 3. I'll let it be established. According to the Holy Spirit and the word of Yah and Yahshua. Let's get it. Last scripture. I pray somebody got some understanding. He laid out his position. I'm coming from the position of the inheritance and the seed line. Don't mess up your babies and don't do them babies like that. They don't deserve your decision making. They don't deserve it. Deuteronomy 22 and verse 9-11. And this will be last. Deuteronomy 22:9-11. And it reads, Thou should not sow thy vineyard with diverse seeds, lest the fruit of thy seed which thou hast sown and the fruit of thy vineyard be defiled. Oh, so if my field can be defiled, what you think you doing with a white woman and a white man, or an Asian woman and an Asian man, or an Arab man and an Arab woman, or an African man and an African woman? You are defiling your seed, man. Your phenotype, your genetics, your blood is different than everybody else. Did not he tell you you are a holy seed? You are set apart people. You are not like other people. So you can't do what other people do. That's our problem. We want to be like the nations. We want to be like other people. Now, after I do this lesson, I'm leaving this alone. That's why I made sure I put this together like bricks, rightly fitted. There's no wiggle room. I laid it out. I just proved and showed that they did mix in the Bible. But show me that the inheritance went to those mixed unions. You can't do that because it's not in there. It's not in there. I have never read in the Bible where a child that was of a mixed union or mixed population receiving an inheritance in Israel. They try to use root. It won't work. I done already broke root down plenty of times. They try to use Rahab the harlot. It won't work. That's not the same Rahab in Matthew chapter 1. I do my due diligence, boy. You try to use Bathsheba, but her father was reckoned in the genealogy of the tribe of Judah. That won't work, boy. Then y'all try to use Bilhah and Zilpah, but you don't even know that her father is reckoned in Abraham's genealogy. That won't work, boy. Verse 10, thou should not plow with an axe and an ass together. Thou should not plow with an ox and an ass together. Thou should not wear a garment of diverse sorts, as a woolen and linen together. So we can't mix clothes. We can't mix seeds. We can't mix animals. We can't mix people. That's the lesson, family. I pray somebody got some understanding. I love y'all with the pure heart. Hey, it is what it is, family. The Bible spoke. I laid it out. Your seed is very important to Yah. And you should care enough about your babies when you do have kids. If you don't got kids, have babies with your own people so your stock and your race can be magnified. So the descent of your babies can receive an inheritance and pass it down to their children. Hold on, family. Now I got to show y'all these pictures before I get up out of here. We ain't done. I'm glad I did the lesson. And guess what, y'all? We only at 1 hour and 46 minutes. So the Lord allowed that to be done in that amount of time. So I think that was good. Even though I had 3 cards of scriptures, we moved pretty fast and it was precise. So thank you, Yah and Yahshua, for your accurate word. So here we go. Let me open up my window. I got to show y'all this. And then after I show y'all this, now y'all remember that I just told y'all that he waited for Israel in a generation that was the 4th generation, right? So let me show y'all why. But I'm just using this as an example. Nobody was white back in the day, y'all. So please just bear with me. Nobody was Caucasian back in the day. Nobody. Let me say this again. There was no Caucasian people back in ancient times. Nobody looked like what we see today. All these different races of people with non-melanin. Everybody was black back in the day. So what's going on with these generations? Let me show y'all. Okay. Y'all see this picture right here? This is what I mean by 1st and 3rd generation. Now, this is a black man. Let me open up my window on my phone so I can make sure I can see everything with y'all. So I can see this with y'all. So y'all just bear with me real quick. Hold on. I just got to open up my phone. Let me turn this down. Okay, I see it on the screen. Now, this is a brother. Y'all see the brother in the left corner. He got with a white woman, right? Look at his child. Okay? He got a biracial son, 1st generation, right? Now, the biracial son, he got somebody look like his mama. He got him a white woman. Look at the son, 2nd generation, right? Look like a white boy, right? Now, that son in the 2nd generation got with another white woman. Look at the 3rd generation. Do that 3rd generation look like that father that he come from a black granddaddy? Man, he don't even reflect the man in the first picture, y'all. This is a Caucasian boy to the 3rd generation. Because by that time, they only slept with Caucasian people. So they didn't white it out the seed to the 3rd generation. Now, let me show you what you should do to the 3rd generation. Let's get out of here and go to the next one. Now, you see the sister right here, right? Hold on. There go the sister. There go the sister right there. Now, watch this. Now, the sister, she got with a white man, right? And she had a biracial daughter. Look, 1st generation right here. 1st generation. But the biracial daughter say, I don't want no white man. So look what the biracial daughter did. She got her a black man. And look at that daughter. Okay, the melanin starting to show again, right? Second generation. That second generation daughter say, man, I'm going to get me a black man too. And look at that third generation baby. You see what they did? They bred back in. Now the third generation baby, it look like she don't even got no white granddaddy. This is what we call purifying your seed. This is how your sons and your daughters breed back in, even the women, even the men. You can save your babies. Because remember, she got with a white man, the mama, but her children got with people that look like the mama. And they saved that third generation baby. So now that baby can enter into the congregation of the Lord with her children. Knowledge now. So I want to show y'all some images of how to white out your seed. Look at it. Hold on, where is it? Right here. This is Blake Griffin and his brother, right? I want y'all to see this. Y'all see this? This is Blake Griffin and his brother. And they got a black father and a white mother, right? Now, this is Blake Griffin brother with the beard, right? Now, Blake Griffin brother, he should have got a black woman. And then when they had children, those children could have kept the seed line going like I just showed you on the chart. But guess what Blake Griffin brother did? Let me show y'all. Look what his brother did, y'all. His brother went and did this. He got him a white one. And look at them babies. And I guarantee you, those children are going to grow up and they're going to get another white man or another, another white man. And he just going to white out his seed. Because by him being biracial, he should have got a black woman. And that's how you save the seed. But he got a white woman. Now he going to destroy the seed. Let me show y'all some more. Now this is James Earl Jones, one of the greatest actors known to mankind. Look at his son, though. His son don't reflect him. The son reflect the mother. That don't look like that can be his son. You see how you just white out yourself to where your children don't even reflect you? I will never understand it, but I do believe that y'all put it into our spirit when we was young. Because I think he put it into my spirit when I was young. That I never desired white women, Mexican women, Asian women. I never desired no woman outside of a black woman. All my life, I only desired black women. That was my only focus. A black woman. I never been with no other race of women, family. My whole life, 45 years. No other woman. Even when they tried to talk to me, I didn't talk to them. Because that is not my desire. My desire was to get me a black woman. Because they understand me. I can relate to my sister. She can relate to me. Our conversations are going to be pure. Our struggles are going to be the same. We can build something up together because we understand the plight that we are under together. White woman can't understand me. A Mexican woman can't understand me. An Hispanic woman can't understand me. An Asian woman can't understand KJ. No other woman can understand KJ. So James Earl Jones, look at this boy's son. Look at his daughter. Look at this. Come on now. What's going on right here, man? This is about inheritance, fam. This is what I'm focused on, inheritance. I want us to receive a full reward of our inheritance. That's it. Whatever you do in your life, that's your business. But you can't be doing them children like that, though. Based on your lust. Because let's keep it real, y'all. We don't want to be with each other. And we go outside of ourselves to be with other people. Because we didn't all heard it all our lives. I want my baby to have this kind of hair. I want my baby to be light-skinned. And while you saying all that stupid stuff, you have forfeited your children's inheritance. You have forfeited your children's inheritance, man. So this is James L. Jones, right? Now, hold on. We ain't done. Let me show y'all this. This is Quincy Jones' family. Look at Quincy Jones' family. I mean, just white out they seed totally, boy. Just white out they seed. You know, we got a couple people there with a little melanin. But why would you want to do this to yourself? Just white yourself out, boy. This is crazy. Who else we got? This is the lady from the Jamie Foxx show. Fancy. This is Fancy from the Jamie Foxx show. Look how beautiful Fancy is. And look at this guy right here that she with. And look at those two little precious little babies. Because it ain't the baby's fault the way they born. So it ain't these babies' fault. But them babies don't reflect Fancy. Them babies reflect the father. Because it go by the seed of the father, right? Which it do. It do go by the seed of the father. So it don't matter if they got a little melanin. These are Caucasian babies. And they don't reflect nothing that look like Fancy. So Fancy gonna have to do like on Cosmic Slope. The mama was biracial. But the daddy left the mama behind because you had to have 9 grams of melanin. And the mama didn't have it. So he just left her behind on Cosmic Slope. Because there was a certain amount of melanin you have to have. And that's why a lot of us, we take this serious. And I really believe the Most High put it in my spirit and other brothers and sisters. Like it was already embedded in our spirit. Not to go outside of ourselves and mix our seed. Because we never desired to. Who put that in our spirit not to desire other races of women? It was Yah. He did that. So this is Fancy. Let me show y'all. Look at it. Diana Ross. Look at them grandbabies on the floor. Look at all them people in the back. Just whited her seed out, man. This is crazy, man. This is crazy. Let me show a few more pictures and then we out of here. This is the Duncan. This is Duncan from Jamie Foxx show. That's his son right there. Do that look like that can be his son? Kind of look like him a little bit. That boy look like a Caucasian boy. That don't look like his son. That look like a Caucasian man's son. Somebody was doing some cheating because he don't even got no melanin like him. That look like a straight white boy. Now let me show you all the family because his family got a little bigger. Now let's show this. Look, this is this boy whole family. Look in Duncan family, man. Come on, look at these people. Look at this man family. Why y'all doing this to y'allself, man? Why y'all doing it to y'all? Doing this to y'allself and confusing these children, man. These children ain't gonna know who they are when they get older. They are not gonna know who they are when they get older. His daughter looked like that might be his girlfriend. Or it might be his daughter. I don't know, but these look like Caucasian babies. I mean, you kind of see a little black features in them, just a little bit, but they're going to probably get somebody like their mama. They're going to white their seed out too. Unless they get a black woman to save the children after them and the children after them and the children after them to the 3rd and 4th generation. Look at that boy Carlton for Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Y'all look at Carlton. Look at Carlton, y'all. Look at his boy children. Look at Carlton children, y'all. They don't look like Carlton. These babies don't look like Carlton. Well, he do. But Carlton, your children don't reflect you, dog. Look at this little girl at the bottom. That look like a Caucasian baby. But that's his baby. What is going on? What is going on, family? I just want to know what is going on to where you don't love you enough to procreate with you, to save these babies, to pass down something special. Let me see. I got one more picture, I think that's it. Yeah, that's it, family. All right. That's it for me, family. Love y'all with a pure heart, man. Hey, I'm at 2 hours, so I'll stay on for a little bit more if y'all want to ask some questions. We're at 2 hours right now, so I'll stay on for a little bit more to answer some questions. But I just wanted y'all to know this. And it's sad I gotta say this. It's not about hate. I'm not being malicious. This is about our inheritance, and we want to pass it down. And the only way to do that, we got to stay within our own perimeters and marry our women and our men. We have to do this, family, so we can keep our lineage and our inheritance going for many generations. Stop whiting out your children, man. It's not right for them because of your decision. That's not right, man. And that's why I keep telling people, if you're going to tell me, well, KJ, this about love, I'm going to ask you, why do love have an agenda and propaganda attached to it? Why is this forced on movies? Why is this forced in commercials? Why everywhere I go, this is being pushed? This is being forced on our people, man. This is not them making a decision to be with white women based on their own, interests. This is based on they have made white women the standard of beauty. I really believe this some type of witchcraft or something. Because how can you believe in your mind? You haven't seen our sisters. You haven't seen what Yah designed for us. We have the most beautiful women on the earth. There is no woman look better than our sisters, man. That's why all other nations of women envy our sisters, because Yah bless us with the most attractive women on earth and the most attractive brothers on earth. We are the standard of beauty, family. We are the standard of fashion and rhythm and culture. That's us. How you not gonna love that? Black men and black women, y'all gotta put the differences to a side. Stop this little petty back and forth, because what you doing based on feelings and emotions coming from the black man, coming from the black woman, y'all are so caught up in y'all feelings that you would say, man, well, I'm gonna give me a white woman. I'm gonna be a white man. And then y'all have babies that don't even know you are messing these children up. And when I say messing them up, I'm not talking about messing them up where they can't be successful in life. I'm talking about, look at this white woman calling her son a nigger. Look at these interracial babies asking you, man, why stop race mixing? That's coming from biracial people asking y'all to stop race mixing with the worst white people on earth. And it ain't just about white people for me. I'm talking about all nations of people. We should not be mixing our seed with nobody, not even Ham. Not even Ham. Nobody. Hold on, family. And because we have more people in the chat, I'll play the video again for those who came in late. And then I'm going to go and get up out of y'all hair. Here we go.
Biracial.
Watch the language. They got a little language in here, family. I apologize for the language, but I just want y'all to see this is what these children have to go through. And it's not right for them. They're supposed to be living a life of peace, where the best peace they can find, because we're still in captivity. So, you got to find your peace even in captivity. You got to do your best to find a sanction in your mind to where you find you some peace. But here we go.
Biracial black person, stop reproducing with white people.
And again, as a biracial person, my goddamn self, y'all need to fucking stop it. She made a point that y'all literally choose the worst white people to reproduce with, and she's not fucking lying. Like, y'all choose to reproduce with the type of white people that have the most racist fucking family. Y'all choose to reproduce with the type of white people that won't even teach their kids that they're black. Y'all like to reproduce with the type of white people that like to hang around us, chill and kick it and be invited to the barbecues and shit. But whenever they get with their people, they on that racist shit for real. You motherfuckers will reproduce with the type of white people that will downplay slavery and racism. Oh my gosh, that's the biggest one. Y'all reproduce with bitches that say racism doesn't exist. Oh! Please, do them a favor, do us a favor, do us biracials a motherfucking favor and stop it. Please, please stop that shit.
I'm so glad you found me in time, and I'm so glad that you rectified my mind. This will be an everlasting love for me. Loving you is kind of wonderful.
So you're not black? Why are you not black?
Look at that. He's so cute.
I'm matching the colors like all of us.
You're matching the color like what? What?
I'm matching like mom.
Look at her mom.
You're matching like your mom.
She is.
But your dad's this color.
I'm black now.
But you're still black. It's okay being black. You like being black?
I don't like being black.
Why don't you like being black?
Because I like being white.
You like being white.
Like white.
That's okay. But you're still black. Being black is okay.
You're white, you're black,
Yeah. It's like a superhero hybrid.
You hear? She says, stupid nigger. There you go, yup. That's Julie for y'all. I'm posting this shit. This Julie.
I don't care.
That's Julie. This the real Julie.
Tell everybody.
This ain't the fake shit. Y'all probably right at UTMC. She is racist. You heard her. You hear? She says, stupid nigger.
There y'all go. There y'all go, family. Y'all heard it for yourself. What them children got to go through. The brother asked me, know it poet. He said, do you think it's okay for an African American to marry a Ghana Ashanti from the tribe of Judah? To be honest with you, brother, we don't know what tribe we come from. So whoever we marry, we still gonna receive an inheritance because we in captivity. And that's where that mercy and grace come in, because we've been scattered everywhere. The only people who can really tell you what tribe they come from is our brothers and sisters on the continent of Africa, who have kept the oral history all the way down to today. So even if you marry somebody on the continent of Africa, just make sure it's an Israelite. Just make sure it's not a Hamite. Because I'm telling you right now, boy, us and Ham, and this don't go for all Hamites saying that, you know, y'all got a problem with us. But most of Ham, they do not follow our way of life. And I have heard this, I have seen this, because my auntie was married to a Hamite. His name was Randolph. And he had his own thing, his own culture, you know, language and where he come from. So it's best to marry somebody, if it's on the continent, that's an Israelite. And if they tell you what tribe they come from, you know, you can marry one of them, because we don't, I mean, us in America, we don't know what tribe we come from. So we could be married somebody from Levi, from Benjamin, we still gonna receive an inheritance, because that's where y'all grace and mercy come in at. See, we gotta stop thinking that y'all think like us. Meaning that because we're in captivity and we don't know what tribe we come from, so we sleeping with each other and having babies, man, that's where grace and mercy come in at. The only people that can tell you what tribe they come from is some of our brothers and sisters on the continent. Other than that, we don't know what tribe we come from. So we could be sleeping with people from all different tribes. We don't know. But y'all still gonna give you your inheritance, because he's a merciful Elohim. I don't put y'all in the box. I let y'all be y'all. So whoever you marry, just make sure it's not a Hamite, brother. Marry an Israelite. But yes, you can marry somebody on the continent that's of your people. You can't marry no Hamite, though. Must be an Israelite. And we got a lot of Israelites of the Ashanti tribe. We got a lot of Israelites in South Africa, in Central Africa, North Africa, West Africa, Ethiopia, the Congo, Rwanda. We got our people everywhere scattered on the continent. Nigeria, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, marry somebody of your own stock, but Ashantis are Israelites, absolutely. A lot of them trace their lineage back to the nation of Israel, just like the Igbo and the Bantu. A lot of them are Israelites. They trace their lineage back to the nation of Israel. And a lot of our brothers and sisters in South Africa, they trace their lineage back to Israel. So there's a lot of Israelites on the continent. We can marry them, but we can't marry nobody outside of our people. I'm not saying our people's tribes, because I can't tell you what tribe I come from. What I can tell you, though, we are the children of the promise. We are the children of the covenant. And we must keep ourselves to ourselves. We are a set apart people. Us not mixing with people don't got nothing to do with we hate somebody or we got to be malicious to somebody. It has everything to do with every other nation practice, and that's self-preservation. And that's what we doing. Self-preservation. Worrying about us first. That's it. So, like I said before, yeah, Igbos are Israelites. Absolutely. Facts. And Bantu. And the Bantus are Israelites. I got a whole chart. It's in my files. I got a chart that lists all the Israelites on the continent. And they actually tell you where they at. So we got a lot of, I'm talking about a massive multitude of the northern kingdom on the continent. A massive multitude of Israelites on the continent. We still got some of Judah on the continent. Everybody didn't come on the boat of the southern kingdom, family. Still got some of the remnants of Judah, Levi, Benjamin. But most of us, we've been scattered to the four corners of the earth, because the last ones to go into captivity was the southern kingdom, which consists of Benjamin, Judah, and Levi. The northern kingdom was already taken down. So when Jeremiah was prophesying in Jeremiah 25, and he was telling them that Babylon was coming up against them, that they was going to serve for 70 years, they was already in captivity, meaning the northern kingdom was already gone, taken down by Shalmaneser. And the last king of the northern kingdom was Hoshea. So they was already gone probably 100 years before Judah and them went into captivity. So I just wanted to point that out, family, that we dealing with the same Deuteronomy 28, but it's the Most High did it the way he wanted to do it, meaning that he allowed the northern kingdom to go down first, and then he allowed Judah, Benjamin, and some of Levi to go down after that. And then after 70 AD, Judah was scattered everywhere. The northern kingdom was scattered on the continent of Africa, but Judah is scattered to the four winds. That's why you got remnants of Judah on the continent. You got remnants of Judah in England, in Europe, in North South Central America, in Russia, in China. I mean, Vietcong, all that, man. We got remnants of Judah, Benjamin, and Levi scattered everywhere, but the northern kingdom scattered on the continent. So that's all I got, man. That's all I got, family. Let me see. The born authority. See, that's another thing too. When Ham, Shem, and Japheth came out in ancient times, they all, had the same complexion. But when the Most High gave the children of Japheth the land in the north, because that's where their land was, and what we would call the islands, they had the north quarters. And the children of Japheth, a lot of people try to say like how they lost the melanin and became the way they look. A lot of people got different interpretations of that. I just know that the children of Japheth today, it's the European Caucasians. And the reason why I know that, because when I go to Ezekiel 38 and 39, Gog and Magog, Meshach and Tubal and all them, these are children of Japheth that come from Europe. So whatever happened to Japheth's complexion, his skin and all that, I leave that up for different interpretations. How people got their own, different interpretations of that. But they did all look and resemble each other back in ancient times, because they father Noah, who the Enoch, the book of Enoch kind of describe him looking like an albino, looking like albino. So it's just people got different, interpretations of why Japheth looked the way he looked today. But those are the children of Japheth, because he can't be Ham and he can't be Shem. So who are the Europeans? You know what I'm saying? That's what I be, when people say, well, the Europeans are not children of Japheth. Well, who are they then? Because according to the Bible, Russia, Vladimir Putin, that's Magog. That's Magog. The Khazars, they're in the Bible. Ashkenazi, they come from Japheth. They're in the Bible. So these are his children, Japheth's children. Let me see. Yeah, but my sister right, though. They all resemble each other back in ancient times, though. Somebody say, my elder Barawak say they went to the north, the cold part of the season. So could that be a reason why, the melanin started to change? Because they was in the cold area? So, people just got, different things. Okay, let me see. Yeah, my sister, my father's favorite. I showed it on a lot of videos, the chart about how the Israel continent, you know what I'm saying? But I didn't show it in a lot of videos. Okay, my brother say, Brother KJ, what do you think about the teaching that some of the northern tribes migrated here and with dark-skinned natives, they found where the Europeans got here? I think, okay, if anything, I don't think it was the Northern Kingdom. And the reason why I'm telling you that, because the Northern Kingdom, according to Ezra, the book of Ezra, chapter 13, the Bible say they went into Assyria, a further country where mankind never dwelt. And when you go look up when Canaan did not go to his inheritance, that's the land that mankind never dwelt, what they call South Africa today. So the Bible say that the Northern Kingdom went to a region called Assyria. So how can a region be a whole country? So if anybody, I believe, are the natives, I believe that's the tribe of Judah, Benjamin and Levi, who was over here. If they did migrate, I don't believe it was the Northern Kingdom. That's just my, perspective. And based on what I read, I don't believe that. I believe the Northern Kingdom is a great multitude on the continent of Africa, because after they left the Assyrian captivity, they went to the continent of Africa. It never said they came over here. So I'm just going by that, First Ezra chapter 13, that they used to say they came on ships. But in First Ezra 13, it never mentioned ships at all. So they was walking on feet when they crossed the Euphrates. You don't need a ship to cross the Euphrates. So yeah, that interpretation they say, I don't believe it. Okay, yeah, a lot of people say Patrice say they mix with the fallen, and your brother K Judah rather be honest with you. I haven't did enough study on like the Nephilims and the fallen and white people mixing with the fallen and stuff. So yeah, I'm not equipped to touch on that subject. And I'm gonna tell you why too, because anything that like deal with that, I don't really deal with stuff like that, because I'm thinking in my mind that don't equate to us getting our salvation, or because let's keep it real. Japheth's children come from Noah, right? So they saying that he slept with the fallen. I just don't know about that. I don't know. Like I gotta look at that, because some people say he slept with the fallen, but I don't know. I just haven't done enough study to, even begin to give an answer onto why people say, just like they say, Japheth's children is the devil, right? But to be honest with you, when you really look at that from a knowledge standpoint and a wisdom standpoint, anybody can be a devil, though. White folk have done a lot of evil on the earth, but Ham also did his evil, and the children of Israel also did their evil. And the Arabs also did their evil. Arabs did us just as worse as the white man doing the Arab slave trade. So everybody has done their evil. So when I hear people saying like this only group of people is the devil, man, we got devils in every race. We got devil in every race. So I don't just look at the white man as the devil. I look at a devil as a devil. If you wicked, you wicked. You wicked, you wicked. It don't matter if you look like me, you look like a Caucasian man, a Chinese man, man, if you wicked, bro. And that's just how I look at things. Wickedness is wickedness. You know what I'm saying? So everybody got their turn to rule the earth, and we all messed up. We all did wrong. We haven't went as far as the Caucasian people. They went further than anybody. Because we have never pillaged and raped and robbed people's lands and their culture and took stuff from them. Ham, I mean, not even Ham have done that. What Japheth has done, or the Caucasian people, they have done a number on this earth. Nobody has done what Europeans have done to the earth. So yes, people may call him the devil based on all the wickedness they have perpetrated on the earth, and they got a right to feel how they feel that this man a devil. But when I look at just wickedness in totality, man, a devil is a devil, no matter if he's a black devil. Hey, Heavenly, yes, you say, oh no, you should certainly study the fallen before teaching. That's why I'm not teaching it. I'm not teaching it. That's why I left it alone. So yeah, I'm not teaching it. So I haven't done enough study on it. So that's why you don't hear me teaching it. I don't teach about no falling. I don't teach. Now I do teach about the 200 angels that came down in the book of Jubilees, because that's in the book. But as far as me saying who slept with angels and who did this about Japheth and Ham and all that, I haven't done enough study as far as that go. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm not teaching it. And that's facts right there. You know, I agree with my sister Notorious. The devil is an adversary. Only one people was given the law, and that's us. And that's why I keep telling y'all, you're a set apart people. You can't compare yourself to nobody on this earth, man. You cannot compare yourself to other people, family. You are a set apart people. You are a holy people. You are not like other people. So the Most High kept you secure to himself to be that holy people. But we failed as a people, but we got back up 7 times. And we still enduring and we trying. So like I said before, you are not like other people, and you must understand it. Do not think you like other people. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I don't do the condemning thing. Even when I speak on Caucasian people and their crimes, I try not to condemn, because I'm only speaking on what I see the crimes bear witness to. You see what I'm saying? The history bear witness to the things they have done. And I'm going to speak on it. And the history bear witness to the things our ancestors did. And I'm going to speak on it. And the history bear witness to what the Arab slave trade did to us. I'm going to speak on it. So when I look at history in totality, family, everybody messed up. Everybody messed up, family, including us. And that's why we in captivity today. We didn't have to go into captivity. Our ancestors begged for captivity because they wanted to be like everybody else. Hold on, family. Okay, somebody asked me, how do I know for certain I am an Israelite? Okay, let me go right now. This is how I know I'm an Israelite. And I'm gonna be real with y'all, family. You gotta be careful too. And I'm not saying this person who asking me this. I'm not saying this person who asking me this. But when people ask how we know we Israelites, it's kind of like a trick question to try to tell us what we can use and what we can't use. Right now, Elder Barrel Watkins did a lesson showing that we don't need Deuteronomy chapter 28, right? Meaning that there's many historical sources to prove that we are the Israelites. But I just use this one. Or my brother Darnell. Okay, here we go. I be butchering names, family. My bad, brother Darnell. This is Deuteronomy chapter 28. And I'm gonna go here, even though I could have just went to a plenty of sources, man. But I'll just go to this one. This is Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 46. Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 46. And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever. Because thy servant is not the Lord thy Elohim with joyfulness and with gladness of heart, for the abundance of all things. Therefore should thou serve thy enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee in hunger, and in thirst, and in nakedness, and in want of all things. And they shall put a sign upon thy neck until they have destroyed thee. Now, in verse 46, he said, this should be a sign upon thy seed forever. That let me know there's going to be something to identify us, to let the world know, when you see this, this is my people. Now, if I would have started at verse 15, it would have told me, if you keep the commandments, you're going to be blessed. I mean, at verse 1, if you keep the commandments, I'm going to bless you. Verse 15, if you don't know, all these things going to come upon you. Who had yokes of iron on their neck? My ancestors. Who was called bywords and proverbs? My ancestors. Sambo, nigger, jigaboo, monkey, black, color, Afro-American, Black American, African American. Well, not Black American. I'd rather be called a Black American than an African American. All these different names and titles they gave us. There's only one people been through this, family. It's only one people been through the lynchings. Did you know that being lynched is a curse? He that hanging on a tree, that's a curse. Who was hung on trees? You. And they left your body up there all night. But they really supposed to take the body down when the day changed. You been through this, man. You are the Israelites. You the people. These are signs put up on you to identify you. And the whole world has identified you. But people want to ask, how you know you Israelite? I go by the signs that's on my people. Because I'm going to ask you, what's my nationality then? Are you going to tell me to go back to Africa? Because Africans never lost their nationality and their tongue. So why I lost mine if I'm African? African never lost their homeland. So how I end up in America if I'm not Israelite? Why is historical documentation proving that they brought the slaves to America and scattered them all over the world? How we get here? Why I don't know my nationality? Why my mama didn't know her nationality? Why my daddy don't know his nationality? Why? Why one group of people on the earth don't have a homeland and can't go back home, don't know their nationality, call all these bywords and proverbs, lost everything, everybody is people, nobody helped his people. Why? If God is a fair God, why we all don't get punished the same? But only one group of people go through chattel slavery? And if you tell me everybody been through slavery, everybody has not been through chattel slavery. And if everybody went through some form of slavery, they got reparations for it. You ain't got zero, zip zero. That's how I know I'm an Israelite. I go by the signs. And if I had the time, I'd just go to all my historical sources with the Bible too, because I use history with the Bible. But that's how I know I'm an Israelite, by signs that's placed on my people. Because when I was asking back in the day, man, what's going on with our people, man? All this shooting and killing, what's up? Oh, signs to identify them. Signs. This how you gonna know who they are. By the signs I put up on them. There you go. It's by the signs. And only one people got the signs on them. Our people. So I can use history. I can use the scriptures. I can use primary sources. I can use all kind of sources. Elder Bell, why give me sources? I research my own sources. I got scriptures that back up who we are. I can go to a scripture right now when it say, my people are hid in prison houses, and they are snared in holes. That's the ghettos. And the prison houses make a majority of our people. That's a prophecy. Why are people in prison? Most of our people get exonerated because they ain't committed the crime. Why we get more time than everybody? Why we don't get a fair shake in life? Why was we redlined? Why we can't get along? Why when we try to start a business, we get hindered? Like, brother, these are signs to identify God's people. This how you gonna know my people, because they're gonna always be the people that everybody despise. Psalms 83. All right, Elder Barrel Rock, love you with the pure heart, man. Enjoy your Hebrew class. Excellent lesson. Okay, you're gonna be back on at 2:30? Already, my brother. I'll be there. I'll be there. Absolutely. Hey, family, I'm out. This I'm at 2:30. Even though I got done with the lesson pretty early, I want people to come listen to this lesson. So I love y'all with the pure heart. Enjoy the rest of y'all day. Hold on, let me see what my brother Darnell just said. Hold on. Oh, okay. I got you, brother Darnell. You say Vocal Malone or Tubby and faithful to God invite Israelites online every week asking us, how do we know we are Israelites? And they spend an hour disproving it. Man, they are stupid. See, I don't go on other people's panels because they're going to overtalk you. You know, they're going to make you try to look like you dumb. So I don't go to other people's panels. But I do all the lies from my panel. And y'all can't hear me? Hey, give me a one if y'all can hear me. I'm talking too. I don't know what's going on. Can y'all hear me? Oh, I'm bargaining. Man, let me get up out of here then. That's YouTube, y'all. Yep. When they get to doing that, they want me to be quiet. Yeah, they want KJ to be quiet, boy. Oh, yeah. But I ain't going to be quiet, YouTube. I'm going to keep edifying the people. Review on my channel. If y'all put my name in AI or Bear Rock name, the Nazarene Hebrew Institute of Faith, they got a whole outline of our channel. Oh, so now y'all want to watch us now. But KJ ain't scared of nothing, boy. Zip zero. I'm not afraid of you, YouTube, white men, nothing y'all talking about. Because y'all weak. All you do is use guns. You can't fight. You just talk real tough. You only tough when y'all in a group, when it's about 5, 6 of y'all. We catch you by yourself, boy, you be begging. Begging. Oh, please don't hurt me. So let me go and shut this down, man. I love y'all with a pure heart. They got a Negro bargain. Your mama. I'm out, family. Enjoy the rest of y'all day. Salute.
Order our steps in your word. Order our steps. We trust your word. Yeah. We came with open hands. Yeah. Dust on our worn out plans. Take what is bent in us, make it straight, make it true. We follow where you lead, even when we can't see. Your voice above the noise, your mercy guiding me. Yeah, sure. Hear our simple cry, put your word in our feet, put your peace in our minds. Order our steps in your word. Order our steps. We trust your word, yeah. Yeah, sure. Lead us on. Order our steps. We belong. When the road feels long and our strength runs thin, teach our hearts to wait till your will comes in. Keep our way aligned, let your truth remain. We don't want our own, we want your name, Yeshua. Hear our simple cry, put your word in our feet, put your peace in our minds. Order our steps, your word. Order our steps, we trust your word. Yeshua, lead us on. Order our steps, we belong. When we drift, call us back. When we fall, hold us fast. Every door, every breath, let it point to your path. In your word, order our steps, we trust your word, yeah. Lead us on, order our steps, where we belong. In your word, order our steps, we trust your word.
I know y'all better enjoy y'all Shabbat. And I know y'all brother KJ love y'all with a pure heart. And I know one thing. I don't know nothing. But I know I love y'all. Hey, family. Shabbat shalom to the mighty nation of Israel. Y'all the greatest people on earth, family. I know everybody want us to, look down on ourselves and humble ourselves down and stop boasting, acting like y'all better than somebody because y'all Israelites. But y'all notice something? I want y'all to peep game. One point, they was beating us down and telling us we wasn't. Now, since we find out we are somebody, now they telling us to be humble. First, they told us, man, pick yourself up by your bootstrap, Negro. Get some confidence about yourself. So now the confidence then came. Now we walking in boldness. Now we courageous. Now they saying, y'all need to be humble. Y'all a little bit too arrogant. Now we being like everybody else, baby. We beating on our chest like y'all do. See, y'all want to be greater and better than us because you will never be better and greater than us. But you go all out your way to be greater and better than us. But you're never going to amount to this type of talent, this type of charisma, this type of intellect. So that's why I laugh at you, Negro. And say cock-a-doodle-doodle, nigga. Let's get it. In the words of my beloved twin sister August Dreams, thank y'all for coming to the Lion's Den with your brother King Judah, the CUC family. Shout out to my brother Shar Sham, the Nazarene Hebrew Institute of Faith. Big salute to Elder Bro Tim Stevens and all my beloved brothers and sisters in the chat. I say, let's get it. And Mr. Michael Jackson Bad with the scriptures want to say, Shabbat shalom to the mighty nation of Israel. And look up, for your redemption draw nigh. The king is coming. Salute, family.